Libra, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for coming through. Being here, I hope that you are doing great today. So let's go ahead and get into the messages. So this is going to be your love reading for January 2026. All right. You will have one of these monthly, okay? January 2026. And if you would like to purchase this reading for yourself and your person specifically, then my email is in the description box below, okay? All right, Libra. Remember, this is general and it's not going to be for everybody, so take it how it resonates. January 2026 for Libra, Spirit. January 2026 for Libra. All right, think about the person on your mind. If you don't have anyone on your mind, then this could be somebody that has you on their mind. You can flip the roles if necessary, okay? Libra, January 2026. Libra, January 2026. Libra, January 2026. All right, Spirit. How does Libra currently feel about the person on their mind? How does Libra currently feel about the person on their mind? Okay. How does the person on Libra's mind feel about Libra? How does Libra's person feel about them? Okay. What's the mutual energy between Libra? How do they both feel about each other in the connection? Okay. We're going to stop there for now and unpack this. So Libra, how you feel about your person, about the connection, or the person on your mind. For some of you, this card could be coming out because you just aren't dealing with anyone. You could be single and there could be no one on your mind specifically, okay? That's fine. But if there is someone on your mind, I feel like you are definitely not talking to this person. You guys are at a distance. You could be thinking about them, but it's a very like foggy, hazy type of energy, type of memories. You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes and goes in it comes in waves about, you know, when you think about this person and how you feel about this person, it goes up and down. It's very foggy and very unclear energy, okay? I do see that you feel like you need to set up some boundaries with this person. You probably already have. And you know, this seems like someone that hurts you. You know, you're still upset with them. You don't want to talk to them. And you're just not dealing with it right now. You're just like, I don't want to deal with it right now. I need some time alone. I need some space. I need some peace. Let me be. Okay? That's how you guys are feeling. Now, how they're feeling is the key on a ring in reverse. Now, if this was in the upright, I would say this is somebody that has a lot of options. They just want to keep stringing you along. They don't want anything serious. They don't want to be tied down. With this being in the reverse, clearly I'm going to say the opposite of that, right? This is somebody, yeah, they could have had a whole lot of options. They could have been using you, or you felt like they were using you, or you felt like the relationship was one-sided, that they were never going to commit to you or anything like that. And they just wanted to run out here and be out here in these streets, okay? That's how they probably were at the time. And you just like, of course, I'm not dealing with it. Okay. I see 111. The current time on my clock is 11:01 p.m. Okay. AM, sorry. But yeah, it's like this person, it's like they have had some time to think, some time to reflect. And they could have thought this about you. So like I said, flip the roles if you need to. But I do feel like whoever was out here in these streets and they were like non-committal and things like that, this person is, I'm not gonna really say that they're like ready to be tied down, because you know people's energy and things can change, but they are definitely giving it some thought. They're definitely slowing down. They're probably thinking like, I'm too old for this. I need to be making better decisions, and excuse me, and all of that when it comes to my love life and relationships and how I treat people. So um, that's how they're feeling. Now the mutual energy between the two of you is interesting. You have the mask in reverse as well as the self-indulgence in reverse. Now, the self-indulgence card talks about knowing your self-worth, knowing that it's time to heal, knowing that you need to, what you need to work on, and that you need to work on yourself, and just taking that time to do that. Okay, the mask is about somebody hiding their true feelings, gaslighting, and things like that. That's in reverse. I feel like the both of you agree to, and on some level, that there needs to be honesty and truth in this situation, in this relationship. Okay, um, you both agree. You both feel like if you feel like this person compromised like your self-worth, if they made you question yourself and, or am I good enough and things like that, they feel that too. They know that they did that to you. That is why they're over here having second thoughts and feeling bad about, you know not putting in the right time and effort and the energy, because like they say, you never know what you got until it's gone. And that's the energy that they're in, and they're like, dang, I really should have told Libra how I really felt. I shouldn't have let Libra on like that. I should have, I feel bad for how I treated him and what I did and things like that. Okay, and again, guys, if this is not your reading, then it's not your reading. That's fine. If you don't care, if it is your reading and you don't care, then that's fine too. But this is just the energy, and I'm just obeying the energy and putting it out there, okay? Because somebody does care. All right. All right. So let's see what the issue is in this situation. What's blocking the connection? What is the issue here with this situation? Okay. So it looks like someone can't, it could be you or it could be them. I feel like it's you. Someone can't stop thinking about the past. Like, again, if this person was someone who, led you on, gaslit you, um, never wanted to commit to you, but always wanted to be somewhere else with someone else, or made you feel like you were less than or anything like that, that is going, that's going to stick with you. It's sticking with you, and it's keeping you from making the choices that you need to make in order to love yourself properly and to be happy and things like that. Okay, it's because you could feel like um it's hard to trust other people when the person, when you've been through things like that, when somebody has dragged you down so much, or you've been through so much with somebody, and it's just like when you start questioning your self-worth and things like that, it's hard to open up and allow someone else to come in that may actually be doing everything right, but you are just not there yet. So I feel like whatever happened in this connection, it happened because it's blocking you, because you keep thinking about it over and over in your head. Okay, and it's getting in the way of your happiness and things like that. And I'm not saying you're unhappy, but I feel like it definitely, you have those moments where it brings you down. Okay, so let's see what these what's this person's intentions with Libra. What's this person's intentions with Libra in the future? What's this person's future intentions with Libra? What's this person's intentions with Libra? Child, that's too much. First, they just messy. They just messy. Then you got seduction sliding over here. They still thinking, they still doing that. They're gonna chase you, or they want you to chase them. I feel like they're okay. So this could be one or two things. either they have changed from this person. It feels like they still definitely have a phase that they need to go through. They definitely need to do some more self-reflecting and healing and things like that. Um, because they don't know. They just don't know, child. Like, one minute they're all over you, and the next minute they're pulling away from you, and it's like they want to do better, but the streets be calling. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, who wants to deal with that energy? I understand not wanting to deal with that indecisive, topsy turvy, in and out, hot and cold type of energy, but their intentions are to keep chasing you, or either it really feels like keep leading you on in order to get what they want, okay? But they're going to say that they are trying to change, and they may be trying to change, but I don't think they're trying that hard. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the type of person that does whatever it is that they need to do for the moment, and to get you back and things like that, and then they just flip the switch again, because there's a lot going on here, okay? Yeah, passion on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Sex be bomb though, but you want more than that. And I do feel like you're done with that, okay? What is the most likely outcome at this time for the situation? What is the most likely outcome at this time? And remember that outcomes are subject to change because energy changes all the time. So this is the most likely outcome at this time, okay? What's the most likely outcome at this time? Sorry. I feel weird. What's the most likely outcome at this time for Libra in the situation? Okay. So you have the ship. Moving on. Cutting ties and moving on. That's the most likely outcome. That's what I see you doing. This is the card that fell out. The poker face card, but it fell weird in my lap. So yeah. I feel like you were just gonna like take a chance elsewhere, take a chance by moving on. Yeah, taking time to heal and things, and then just moving on. That's it. Cutting ties, moving on with the situation. Whether or not you get what you need from this person, the situation, apology, whatever, you might not never get that, but it's cool. That's what you want to do. Just cut ties and move on. So, all right. On top of the refrigerator. All right. The player card just flipped over. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now. Let me move these. And we're gonna go through all 12 signs, Aries to Pisces, to see how they currently feel about you and the connection, spirit. Okay, so Aries to Pisces. Good grief. All right, Aries through Pisces, how do they feel about the connection with Libra? Spirit, Aries through Pisces, how do they feel about their connection with Libra? All right, how does Aries currently feel? If you're dealing with an Aries, they feel like you're their safe place, okay? They feel at home with you. They feel comfortable with you. I see 1111 on the timer. This could definitely be soulmate, twin flame energy, okay? They feel like you guys belong together. You could even be moving in with this person. You guys could be moving in together, buying a house together, or something like that, okay? Taurus. How's Taurus? Okay, Taurus is leaving everything a mystery, okay? Taurus is being very mysterious and very confusing, okay? They're not showing their hand. They're not letting you know how they feel. They're keeping things close. It could even feel like they're like being dishonest with you, but for some reason they're just hiding their feelings, okay? So you never know with this Taurus. All right, that could be the person that this reading was about. All right, Gemini, how does Gemini feel about a connection with Libra? Okay, Gemini is hiding something. Okay, they could be using you. Trust your intuition when it comes to dealing with this Gemini. If it doesn't feel right, then it is not right. Okay, trust your intuition because this person is hiding something. They're lying and they could have some type of hidden agenda. Okay. Um, Cancer dealing with Libra. Cancer. How does Cancer feel about Libra? Cancer. A Cancer might be reaching out to you. They want to communicate with you. They may be reaching out. Um, they're thinking about it. Okay, like they may or may not reach out, but communication is here. They can reach out and maybe you don't want to talk to them, but they're definitely thinking about texting you, calling you, or something. And they are also scrolling through you guys' old text messages. Okay, how does Leo currently feel about a connection with Libra? Leo. Leo still got the hots for you, baby. Okay. Now, there could be a Leo that you are not aware of that has a secret crush on you. All right. And you don't know about it. But if you do know a Libra that, had a thing for you, they still got that thing for you. Okay. All right. How does Virgo feel about Libra? Virgo. Virgo feel about Libra? All right. So Virgo is going inward and trying to get answers on what this connection is, what this thing is. They could be getting readings done on you if they do those type of things, or um they're just like asking themselves and they're contemplating like what is this feeling, what is this connection with Libra, okay? Libra to Libra. How does Libra feel about a connection with Libra? Okay. So Libra feels like you guys met for a reason, okay? If you're dealing with a Libra, you guys could be at a distance, okay? But they definitely feel like this meeting between you guys was not like a coincidence or an accident, that you guys definitely were supposed to meet for a reason. And they could even feel like you guys are supposed to be together, but they definitely feel like, you guys met for a reason. Sorry, I keep repeating that. All right, Scorpio. How does Scorpio feel about Libra? Okay. Ooh. Romantic feelings. Okay, that's cute. Scorpio is falling in love with you. Scorpio has like a real thing for you, Libra. Like, if you feel like this for the Scorpio, the feelings are mutual. All right. Somebody could be a musician. All right. How does Sagittarius feel about Libra? Sagittarius and Libra. Okay, Sagittarius got a lot going on, child. They could be going through a divorce. They may have some legal issues going on. They don't really have their head in the game. They could be thinking about reconciling, but right now they just do not have their head in the game. Okay, Capricorn. How's Capricorn feel for Libra? Okay, Capricorn still has a very magnetic attraction towards you. They still think that you are very sexy. They still, wanna they want to talk to you and tell you that they regret something, okay? They want to say that they regret something, or the truth is that they just regret something, but they are still very much attracted to you. And they honestly wish that you knew that, or they wonder if you know that, or they want to tell you that, okay? Aquarius and Libra. Okay, Aquarius. Now you may be Aquarius feels like you're the one with the proposal here. Okay, Aquarius feels like you are the one, or you could be the one. They may want to just ask you out on a date. If you don't know an Aquarius, if you're not in a relationship with one, then they could be asking you out on a date. Okay, you could be meeting an Aquarius. Pisces and Libra. Pisces and Libra. Yeah, Pisces is getting signs. They're asking for signs from the universe. This could be somebody that wants to reconcile with you. But even if they're not somebody that wants to reconcile with you, if they're a new person, they're asking from signs from the universe. Like, is this it? Same energy with Leo. They could have Leo placements in their chart, but they're asking like, is this it? Should I do this? How do I know Libra likes me? Somebody could drive a BMW, black, brown, or gray. All right, so that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that it helped. Again, if you want to book this reading for yourself, then just email me. The email is in the description box, and I will let you know how to do that. And until I see y'all next time, bye. Love you. Have a good evening.